Let's be honest, every summer everyone is talking about that girl. This idea that we should eat healthy, drink more water and move our bodies more. But mostly the person showing it isn't going to school or working a job, so it seems so unrealistic to do that. Let me show you teeny tiny small habits that you can do today even after you come home from hours of school and feel tired and sluggish, so you can be your own version of that girl summer this year. Everybody is telling us to be healthy, but nobody really tells us how to do it, so let's talk about that. Nowadays it's super easy to eat unhealthy things, and right now I'm trying to avoid that, so let's make an acai bowl that's super healthy with yummy fruit in it. I went to the store and bought myself a couple of things. Frozen fruit is way more nutritious and has a longer shelf life rather than fresh fruit. I also really like to buy it because I can buy any type of a fruit in any season, versus with fresh fruits it's always better to buy the seasonal ones. There are a lot of different ways to create the base of an acai bowl. I personally love to use frozen bananas, strawberries and blueberries. The more frozen they are, the thicker the consistency will be, and if you leave them out for a very long time, then of course the consistency will be a bit more runny. I also like to put a little bit of water in, otherwise they will not mix. Somehow my acai bowls are always so runny, and I really need to work on that because what I actually need is less water and more of the frozen fruit. If your acai bowls are also really runny, then whatever toppings you will put on it, it will sink in. In the end, I added chia seeds and cashews as my toppings. Meal prepping is one of the easiest ways to eat healthy, and therefore whenever I make something, I always try to make 1 or 2 batches more of it so that I can save it for the next couple of days. And so whenever I make acai bowls, I always accidentally make too much of it. Therefore it is a perfect time to put this away in a little bowl and put it in the fridge. I ate it the next day and it was super delicious. Time to make some green smoothies. I think it's super important to get your fiber in, and while I love to make juices, they don't tend to have that much fiber in like smoothies. I love to buy them, and so at this time I decided to make one of my own because I did have all the ingredients at home already. I put in blueberries, spinach, strawberries, banana and a little bit of water. I like to wash everything and then cut my strawberries. I love all those colors. They look super beautiful, aesthetic, but also super healthy, and I love making them, so I have been making them very consistently almost every single day for the last couple of weeks. If you don't want a yucky brown color, don't put any blueberries in because they definitely change the color. I've also tried mangoes and apple gives the brightest green color. I have always wanted to try poke bowls. My sister and I wanted to go to a cafe, and I really wanted to try out bowls, so therefore we actually went to a cafe that had so many different varieties, and it was such a beautiful place. You can even make custom ones. I wanted to try out the vegan option and added beetroot to it. Personally, it lacked flavor for me, so I definitely needed more salt and pepper to it. I really love using Too Good To Go because that's how you save food, but also how you can get food for a very inexpensive price. So I love doing that. I really wanted to try out this matcha place, and therefore I went there with my siblings. In general, I ended up not liking the matcha very much because it should have been a bit stronger in my eyes, but at the end of the day I didn't really pay much for it, and I still got to enjoy a really nice day outside. Go to new neighborhoods because our body remembers time through the places that we've been in. At least that's what I like to believe in, and I really like to go explore new parks, especially because they're so green and so calming to me. There's a pond nearby and my siblings and I went there. It was really nice because it was sunny and there were so many people that I did not even expect that they were going to be there. Personally, I love to journal or read a good book outside in the park. I am absolutely obsessed with eating ice cream, and whenever I see somebody eating that, I have to go and get some. I love eating ice cream. That is one of my favorite things to do in the summertime, and therefore we wanted to try out a new ice cream place nearby, and I loved it so much. It had a lot of different flavors that I've never tried before. Therefore I tried tiramisu, and honestly it was so good. If you know me, you know I love to make to-do lists, and I love to make a daily to-do list for every single day, because if I don't do that, then I feel like I haven't reached anything, and I also don't have goals, so therefore I feel sluggish and I don't want to get out of bed. Every single day I like to write a to-do list in my monthly or yearly calendar, and I love the feeling of ticking off each of those tasks. Let's get ready to go out. Now there are so many different ways to style your outfits. I personally am really into wide leg jeans right now and I love to wear them. Putting in a little bit more effort just makes me feel good and put together, and therefore I feel way better whenever I'm meeting new people and feel way less awkward. My favorite hobbies in this world is reading books. Now before you run away, hear me out. There's so many different genres that you can read from sci-fi to mystery, as well as psychology and self-help. Personally love to read romance books and psychology books. If you don't like a book, don't force it, because some books are just not meant for one. If I read 30% of the book and I still don't like it, I just give up, and that has happened to me a lot the last couple of months, and it's all good. Wearing cute pajamas at home makes me feel so good about myself even when I am at home and I actually want to get my day started and do something productive. I recommend buying some cute sets of pajamas. I personally have a white pink striped one with hearts on it, and that's my favorite one. Moving your body is super important. It doesn't have to be a huge workout. You can just stretch your body, and I love to use YouTube videos for this, and I like to stretch a couple of minutes per day. Some days I have more time and other days I only have 5 or 10 minutes. I always make sure to get a good stretching workout in.